Associative property with respect to division, we are checking in whole numbers. Whole numbers, the set of whole numbers start from 0 and all the plus numbers are here, positive integers. So what is associative property with respect to division? You have to check the left-hand side should be equal to the right-hand side. Then the property is satisfied, the property is true, otherwise it is false. So we are going to check the left-hand side. The left-hand side is A divided by B divided by C. B and C, B divided by C in brackets. And you can select your A, B, and C. A is 3, B is 4, and C is 8. We have to substitute in the left-hand side. A is 3, B is 4, and C is 8. You have to solve the bracket first. 4 divided by 8 is 0.5. Now solve 3 divided by 0.5. Will give you 6. Now you have to check the left-hand side. Now the left-hand side is done. Now check the right-hand side. A divided by B divided by C. A is 3 and B is 4 and C is 8. You have to solve the bracket first. 3 divided by 4 is 0.75 divided by 8. Now 0.75 divided by 8 will give you 0.09375. You can check once again. 0.75 divided by 8 is 0.09375, which is not equal to 6. So this property is false. This property is not true. Associative property with respect to division is false in the set of whole numbers. Let's take one more example in the set of whole numbers. Now you can take A is equal to 4, B is equal to 7, and C is equal to 10. You have to substitute in the left-hand side. The left-hand side is A divided by B divided by C. A is 4, B is 7, and C is 10. You have to solve the bracket first. 7 divided by 10 is 0.7. Now you have to solve 4 divided by 0.7 is 5.714. 4 divided by 0.7 is 5.714. Now you have to check the right-hand side of this property. A divided by B divided by C. The value of A is 4 and B is 7 and the value of C is 10. You have to solve the bracket first. 4 divided by 7 is 0.5714. Now divided by 10. 0.5714 divided by 10 will give you 0.0571. which is not equal to 5.714. So this property is false. This property is not true. What is the result? Associative property with respect to division in the set of whole numbers is not true. Is false, is not satisfied. Let's check another properties now. Associative property with respect to addition. You have to check in the set of integers. Integers -5 till 0 and +5, this is going till infinity, and this is going till negative infinity. 0 is included. Negative integers are included in this, and positive integer is also included. And this is the property. The property is A plus B plus C. You can substitute. A is equal to -4, B is equal to -2, and C is equal to 5. This we have selected from the set of integers. So just substitute here. -4, -2, and +5. Solve the bracket first. 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, and -4 plus 3 is -1. Now you have to solve the right-hand side. A plus B in bracket plus C. A is -4, B is -2, and C is 5. Solve the bracket first. -4 minus 2 is -6. -6 plus 5 is -1. Now you can see the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. -1 is equal to -1. So this property is true. This property is satisfied. Now take another example from integers. A is equal to -1, B is equal to -5, and C is equal to 3. Now we are substituting here in the left-hand side. The left-hand side, A plus B plus C -1. The value of B is -5, and C is +3. Solve the bracket first. -5 plus 3 is -2. -1 minus 2 is -3. Now solve the right-hand side of this property. A plus B, -1 -5 plus 3. -1 minus 5 is -6. -6 plus 3 is -3. Now you can see that these two are equal. -3 and -3 is equal. So this property is true. Associative property with respect to addition is true. Next property is associative property with respect to multiplication in the set of integers. So you can check this. A is equal to -4, B is equal to 0, and C is equal to +4. And this is the property. A multiplied by B multiplied by C is equal to A multiplied by B multiplied by C. So we are substituting in the left-hand side. When you substitute in the left-hand side, it will be -4, 0, multiplied by 4. This is 0. And finally, also it is 0. Now we are substituting in the right-hand side. -4 multiplied by 0 multiplied by 4. And 0 multiplied by 4 is 0. So they both are equal. 0 is equal to 0. So this property is true. Associative property with respect to multiplication is true. Let's take another example. We are checking associative property with respect to multiplication in the set of integers. Now A is equal to 3, B is equal to -3, and C is equal to -6. This is called associative property with respect to multiplication. Let's substitute these values. A is 3, B is -3, and C is -6. You have to solve the bracket. Minus into minus is plus, and 6 3s are 18. Now you have to multiply 3 and 18. It will give you 54. Now, the right-hand side is A multiplied by B multiplied by C. Substitute all the values. 3 multiplied by -3 multiplied by -6. This will give you -9. Minus into minus is plus, and 9 6 are 54. So they both are equal. 54 is equal to 54. So this property is true. Associative property with respect to multiplication is true. You can take any other example, it will be always true. Next property is associative property with respect to subtraction. This is never true. It is always false. It is never satisfied. Select your A, B, and C. A is -4, B is 2, and C is -3. Let's take this A, B, C. You can take any other values of A, B, and C from the set of integers. So we are substituting in the property. This is the property. A is -4, B is 2, and C is -3. -4. Here also is the minus. Minus 2 minus into -3. Minus into minus is plus. 2 plus 3 is 5. And this will give you -9. Now let's substitute all the values in the right-hand side. A is -4. B is 2. And C is -3. -4 minus 2 will give you -6. Minus into minus is plus. -6 plus 3 will give you -3. 9 and -3 are not equal to each other. 9 and -3, this is not equal. So this property is false. This property is not satisfied. Let's take one more example of associative property with respect to subtraction. Now you can take A is 3, B is -2, and C is 0. Substitute in the left-hand side. The left-hand side is A minus B minus C. 3 minus B is -2, and C is 0. Minus into minus is plus. and 3 plus 2 is 5. Now we are substituting in the right-hand side. A is 3, B is minus 2, and C is 0. Minus into minus is plus. 5 minus 0 will give you 5. Right? This is true. Let's take another example. Associative property with respect to division in the set of integers. You can check. Take your own values of A, B, and C. A is 2, B is minus 2, and C is minus 4. This is the property A divided by B divided by C. Now we are going to solve it. 2 divided by. Now minus and minus cancelled, and 2 divided by 4. You have to solve 2 divided by 4, which will give you 0.5. Now you have to solve 2 divided by 0.5. This is 4. Now we are substituting in the right-hand side. A is 2, and B is minus 2, and C is minus 4. 2 divided by minus 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 divided by minus 4. 1 divided by 4. Minus and minus is cancelled. And 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. So this property is false. 4 is not equal to 0.25. So you can write this is not satisfied. Let's take one more example of associative property with respect to division in the set of integers. A is equal to 3, B is equal to minus 4, and C is equal to minus 10. This we have taken from the set of integers. So now let's substitute in the property. A is 3, B is minus 4, and C is minus 10. 3 divided by 4, minus and minus cancelled, and 4 divided by 10 is 0.4. Now solve. 3 divided by 0.4 is 7.5. Now substitute in the other side, this side. A divided by B. 3 divided by minus 4. Whole divided by minus 10. Now 3 divided by 4 will come in negative. And 3 divided by 4 will give you negative 0.75. Whole divided by minus 10. Minus and minus is cancelled, and 0.75 divided by 10 will give you 0.075. So the left-hand side and the right-hand side, this is not equal to each other. So this property is false. This property is not true. So associative property with respect to division in the set of whole numbers, in the set of integers, this is false. And the left-hand side and the right-hand side is not equal to each other.